What y'all know about it? But look, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Nah, nah, nah. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, yeah. Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the channel, Sturniolo triplet fans. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing great. Make sure y'all comment down below. Y'all are not doing good with commenting, and I'm pretty damn sure some of these videos have the comment section turned on. I need y'all to comment, please, to help me out. If you guys want more of these video reactions, just do something for me. Like the video, comment. I'm gonna like the video for the triplets, you know what I'm saying? Because why not? This is, I didn't even read the title. This is Mom of Triplets Answer Questions About Being the Mom of Triplets. I thought I'd get to know them a little bit more since I feel like I still don't really know much about them at all. So this is what I'm gonna get into. Comment more suggestions on which videos I should go to next to see more of the personality maybe. Yeah, just let me know. Let's get into this.
Alright, here's something though.
Okay, wait. You guys are doing, look at that.
Whoever's talking, we're walking around. Just be, you know.
Just be
I know what you say, how you miss me. Yeah, you miss me. And all the things that we did. We said we were gonna travel from the islands to Madrid. We had a lot of plans, but they all disappeared.
I can't wait till Christmas, man. Maddie B.
Alright, so as you can see, or as you know, we have a mother. And she gave birth to us, so therefore, she's a mother of triplets. And a lot of people have questions for triplets. So that leads us to believe people have questions for the triplets' mother. Fair. So today we're going to be asking the mother of triplets, our mom, questions about being the mother of triplets.
Wow.
Fair? They're broken down.
Let's do it.
I think.
I love
I
it.
think people looking at it. Let's go. Yeah, I think it makes sense. You know,
He's steady eating McDonald's, bro. They all steady eating McDonald's.
But they're all like, it's gonna be more like a topic because they go with each other. They go with each other, but I'm gonna ask them all at the same time, and it can be more of like a conversation than an answer.
Okay. Why is your hair in your face?
I do it all the time. Alright, so someone said alternative name ideas if you didn't name us, Matt, Nick, and Chris, or like what would our names be, or like how did you choose our names? Like, did you know what our names were gonna be like as we were born? Like, oh, the first one will definitely be Nick. Or the third part of the question is, if we weren't, like, if the three of us were all girls instead, what three girl names were you thinking of?
That's a great question. Those are both great questions, so I can't wait to hear what she has to say. My mom said that if I was a boy, my name would have been Kyrie, so yeah, still would have been DEEZY, baby, because it would have been Kyrie, Denise, so it still would have been KD either way I go. But yeah, so.
Okay, I only have one girl name, and that would be, for some reason, I like the name Madison.
That was gonna be Justin, right?
That was going to be
They
Justin.
look like they could have
Justin
been a
was
Madison.
Boy, so I held on to Madison. But I knew I was going to have three boys. I found out really pretty early, so I didn't really have to think about girl names after
Okay,
that.
yeah. So you're just
So
like,
I went straight to the boy names. So all I knew was I always liked the name Nicholas for some reason.
why'd you spell it wrong?
That's Dad.
No H?
No H. I like the H. He didn't want an H. I don't know. But it says it's an Italian way. Who knows? But, and then we basically let Justin decide.
Wow.
And-
Justin and Chris. Wow.
And Dad and
So
Justin
original.
kind of just like bounced names around. It was like, Matt.
When they came up with Matt, did they have to like go to you to be like did you have to like are you okay with Matt?
Oh yeah, it was like Matthew was nice. I called Matthew.
What were like two other names that weren't like used that they thought of?
I think Dad and I thought about different names, but I don't want to mention some of them, but we remembered people that we didn't like from like high school and stuff.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Like you like that name?
I'm
like, no, like, I
dead.
used to have like he's my op. Like,
yeah, Dad was like, oh no, that guy was a real jerk in high school.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't want that name.
true.
Wow.
So
That honestly really just like your life experiences lead to like what you could possibly name your kids. Because like
That's
your
true.
dream kid name at like my Matt and Chris's age could be something that like we really want to name our kids, and then like we might meet a person with that name and like just completely
Or what if it like a serial killer? Like
yeah.
Like if a serial killer's named like Jimmy, I bet the name.
Or like when someone's like a Karen, like when someone's just like basically like a B word, like yeah, like if someone's like really rude, like at the store, like a Karen,
And
like,
you're like,
no one's gonna name
never
their
calling my daughter Karen.
yeah, no one's gonna name their kid Karen. Like,
Sorry,
now.
Karen.
Yeah, sorry, Karen, but no one's naming their kid Karen now.
Nobody in this generation is gonna name their daughter
so
Karen.
it's
Yeah,
kinda
hell
just
no.
like some fate.
Yeah. So Dad and I liked every Matthew, Nicholas, and Christopher that we knew. And you asked me a second part of the question. Oh, and it had to go with the last name, Sturniolo.
Yeah.
It's a tongue
Sturniolo.
twister.
Wait, so if like
I have a
if
long.
Matt was born before me, would he have been Nick?
No, because once I found out where you guys all were in my belly, like
Wait,
baby.
you don't move around?
No, you guys were pretty stuck in there. One
Well, I
time.
mean, there's not much room. That
Pretty
mind
stuck
blew me.
in there.
Moving around.
That blows my mind.
I kind of knew where
That was a
baby
much
A
better
was,
one,
baby B, baby C.
He's making fun of
Mom,
me.
is it true that Nick was bigger than me and Matt when he came out because he took up more space? Like he ate more than us?
You can be truthful.
I believe Nick has always been the controller of the group.
The controller.
He just.
So I was like, you can stay on that side.
Sounds like a bad action movie.
He needed some space.
But so
So when you came out, I said, please tell me what baby you're taking out.
I was like, when you got an ultrasound, so technically when you got an ultrasound, they're like, oh, it's baby A, B, and C. Technically, like, you had us named, like, from the ultrasound, like, A, B, and C,
Yeah.
this is where they are. And then,
Wow.
so,
Damn.
technically, if we were A, B, and C on the ultrasound, we could have been born, like, CBA, like, out of that order.
Well, no, because the doctor told me which babies. Keep in mind, I got a C-section.
Yeah.
So
The baby.
he was able to go in and pick them up.
Oh, so he was like, oh, so
Even though
he picked which one was first
he
born,
went in
basically.
order, A, B, C. He like.
Yeah, but if
So
you
basically, so technically, I was the oldest since they looked at the ultrasound and were like, A.
It's the position, the way it's in your body.
Oh, so you were like up top. You were
Yeah, I
close.
don't
Yeah,
think
so I was just close enough to the exit.
basically, and he was like, that one's A, this one's B, and this one's C. And
I never had any idea it was like we weren't gonna change spots.
no, so as soon as he handed me baby A, he was
Oh,
like,
you touched like
this is baby A. I'm like, hi, Nicholas. Hi, Nick. Baby B.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
Matt. C. That's Chris.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, see, Chris.
So pretty much the names were just.
Alright,
they
let me ask the next
they
question.
Fit.
Okay,
They
hold
fit.
on. So wait,
I got it.
That's what's up.
I know what I'm doing. Which out of the triplets get in trouble the most?
Good question.
Or like that was like I
Do
feel like
you mean? Well, none of you have really ever gotten in trouble.
Say like in school.
I'm
like, in
thinking
school
more
with
of
the
like
law or anything like
I'm
that.
thinking more of like in the past, like right now, like we're past the stage where it's like, oh, I'm gonna take your phone away. But like back then, who caused more like
Who got in the most timeouts growing up?
So I'm talking like when we were like 8 and like we were just like
Yeah.
misbehaved. Like who was the most who started the issues here?
I might have to say Chris.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I might have to say Chris just kind of pushed it a little bit.
I was pushing the buttons.
You were pushing it a little.
Still does to this
But
day.
in general, it was all of you at once. Because
Yeah, we worked as we played off each
you
other.
worked
makes
as a
sense.
team. There wasn't ever a time that, like, one of you decided to go, you know, postal, and then the other two were like, oh, I think we'll stay really calm. Like, if one of you went up crazy, the other two went crazy.
Like dog and buzz falling. All right.
But I do have to say, though, it did seem like there were days where things were peaceful,
I think Chris
but
just
then
struck
one of
me.
you would do something.
And then I wreaked havoc among the
Like, there
home.
was never a day that one of you would do something.
That's so funny. It kept you entertained.
You kept me young.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm the next question.
Next question.
How do you know who was who? Did you just know off rip?
How do I know who was who, when, what?
When like
How do you
Oh,
know?
when they
It's kind
came,
of a
like,
broad
yeah.
question, but I'm thinking like, I think they mean when we like looked a lot alike.
Oh, I had no idea who you were.
What?
I had no idea. So I constantly got confused. But
Really?
Nick had dark hair when he was born, keep in mind. So I knew.
Oh yeah, to me, Matt were like blonde.
But
Nick was blonde.
another question I'm gonna ask that goes with it, so that like you can answer at the same time again, is like, how'd you know who was who when we were little? And then another part, someone asked like what age were we when you were like, okay, I'm never getting it wrong again, like Nick, Matt, and Chris.
Yeah.
17 and a half.
Oh, dang.
That late?
Dang. That's a 17 and a half.
Well, now
Not even half. Oh,
now
yeah,
I
yeah.
get Nick and Matt confused.
Yeah, but you
They
just do
start
that when
to
you
look
think
alike.
fast. You know Nick's
Yeah, but
name.
you also call like Justin, Trevor, and like Dad.
Right.
Like,
When you guys were babies and you were like little teeny babies and you're all like in
Chris
like,
and Matt get me
little
confused.
bassinets. I mean, Chris has a little tap, like a mark in the back, so sometimes I would flip him over to make sure it was him, and then we polished his toenail. Remember that?
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't have to keep flipping.
What color?
over.
What color were we?
We did red, we did pink on the toenail. Then I put names at the back of the bassinets so I would know who was who. And then I kind of, I don't know, I guess I just...
I have a
She
question.
made her way
I
through
know
it,
the
'cause
answer to. Say one
I would have
day,
been like putting their name on their foreheads.
Like Matt and Nick.
Right.
And then one day, she's holding Nick in this arm, Matt in this arm, and then she like scratches her legs and then like switches the babies.
But I would always know you because you have a mark on your
Yeah,
back.
but what if like Matt's actually Nick, but like you just
yeah,
call
like
him
what
Matt
are the
if they
odds?
switch?
One day, like I was in like a labeled crib as Nick, Matt was in a labeled
No,
crib as
because
Matt,
you
and they like,
always
just
look
jumped
different.
over.
You weighed the most and you had the darkest hair. These two, there could have been a possibility, but he had a mark on his back. So they
Mark gave it away.
Mark gave it away. The mark
Oh,
was
yeah.
You
straight.
think like I've been Chris since day one? Like I never got swapped?
You
or
are
anything?
Chris. Chris is Chris and Chris.
Okay.
All right, well, that's
Yeah.
a good. That's
and
a good.
I think Nick has always been Nick because Nick had the darkest hair. Nick was the biggest. There was no messing around.
Yeah, I was like 5 pounds when I was born.
Yeah, but like Matt was like 2.5 or something,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so I said, have you ever
It's a light
lost
baby.
them as children? Like, were we ever just like abandoned somewhere by accident?
Well, do you guys ever remember being lost?
I remember
In
once. No, it wasn't
stores?
your fault. You gave Justin permission to watch over me for like 2 minutes, and he decided to run away.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like really little in Target, and they had to like call.
Stores,
Do you remember
yeah.
that? The intercom.
Yes,
I couldn't imagine
do
being
remember
like-
you guys getting lost,
God.
like in the stores under the clothes, like for a second, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, where are you?"
And
And
you
then
just
you'd
pop
be
out.
there. But no, I have kept really close tabs on you.
Yeah,
I've
none of us were like
never
ever like
lost you.
abandoned for more than like 10 minutes.
No.
Yeah, because I remember one time when I was little, I vividly remember like being between like clothes in the women's
Oh yeah, I used to like hide
Yeah,
and
you
like try to
guys used to
scare
go
you.
underneath the women's clothes.
Yeah, that is so funny.
Yeah.
I remember doing that like a
Yeah,
lot.
me too.
So do I.
Did you ever notice people double taking when they saw the triplets in public?
Always.
It's like we'd be like,
They still do.
yeah,
that's
like
true.
example. What are you thinking? Like when you were little, like,
Everywhere we've gone, I've like, well, even when we didn't have a triplet stroller,
Oh my god, you had a
we did,
triplets.
which was pretty long, and we kind of looked like a parade.
That's something like out of Dr. Seuss. I feel like the triple.
Not Dr. Seuss.
like thing. That's literally
People
straight
have
up porn.
always, like, in stores and stuff, everywhere we go, they'd be like,
I
they'd
would
look
definitely
and go,
just look for a second.
Are you guys the same age, or are you twins? No, we're triplets. Oh, and people have always done double takes.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
because I remember when me, Matt, and Chris worked at Star Market, like they put us on register like literally 4, 5, 6, and
Right.
the person was at like Chris's register, and like they're like, oh, I'm gonna go get one more thing, and then like cut the line to me and be like, oh, here, and I'm like, whoa, like you totally
Right.
interrupted everything. I'm like, I don't know who you are, what you're buying, and then Chris is like, oh no, you're supposed to be over here, or like
Yeah,
someone
that
will
was-
check
that's
out at like the
Yeah.
farthest one, and as they're walking down, just be like, oh my god, like be so mind blown that they just walk by, like.
Exactly.
But I feel like up until like earlier on this year, or even like fully a year ago, we all looked even more alike. And I feel like this is the first year where it's like we
A
have
lot of people
seriously
say
like,
that. A lot of people say, I can finally tell you boys apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like as of like
One is hair, and you can kind of tell. Honestly, it's the hair for me, but that's what makes Matt and Chris look even more alike to me. Actually, and then they both have the same face. I think Nick has a fuller face, and obviously he has feminine energy that he gives off that you can tell. But then, yeah, Matt and Chris, they both look alike. They can, both got the same sexual orientation. You can't really tell too much apart from them when it comes to looking. Obviously, we can't see their back, but their mom did say that one of them has a mark on their back. So
This year,
This year, I think your hair's different.
I feel like if we really wanted to, we could all look the exact same
You
again.
could totally look alike and trick everyone.
Yeah.
I also remember when you guys were playing hockey and there was like 3 Sturniolos on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
People on the other team would be like, hey, how come that kid gets to play the whole game? But it wasn't always one kid.
Yeah,
It was
it's
like
all-
3
That's so
You know?
funny.
So I'd be like, it's a different kid.
That must have been so confusing for like the refs. Like if like I actually vividly remember getting a penalty called on
Because of
me
Matt.
because of
Oh
Matt.
my god, he'd be the worst.
Like they put me in the penalty box
never
and
said
like
any of that.
one time I got like fully ejected from a game because they thought it was Matt. I remember
Not my fault.
I remember times they put like the coach would come in the room like the score sheet like what happened like oh you got an assist today Nick I'd be like no like I didn't do anything.
There was
It
definitely
like,
some
Chris.
confusion in hockey.
Yeah, because I
For
mean,
sure.
I
you know,
bet
like,
I would be
you're on, like,
confused as a coach
like,
or a
our
ref.
friend Nathan too, we look a lot like Nathan, sort of. So it's like when we started playing with like other kids that are like the same stature as us,
Yeah.
then we were screwed.
When
It
it's,
was
like,
already
same
3,
height,
and then it was
same
like
hair.
Nathan, and then like 2 other kids that like were the same size as us, like 7 kids on the ice that looked the same.
When you guys were blonde, when you were little, I remember once going out with some of your friends, even like blonde girls and stuff, and people would be like, are those all your kids? And I'd be like, yeah, I have quadruplets. You know, I would trick people.
Oh my god, Matt does that to this day.
Blonde.
When me and Matt like go out together, like just me and him, I remember vividly this lady was like, oh, are you guys twins? Matt goes, not triplets. She's like, oh, he's the third one, because they always ask where the third one is.
Right.
And Matt goes, oh, he's dead. And we just kept walking.
That's not.
I told him
It's
after
so
the joke.
funny.
That's not nice.
But also, even like people that don't, even like
told him it
kids
was a
that
joke.
didn't look like me, Matt, or Chris, our friend Chloe looks just like you.
Right.
So even though it was like Chloe
So
never
me,
looked
my
like us,
daughter.
people could be like, oh, are these all your kids? And it would still pass, because even though us and Chloe look nothing alike, you and Chloe look a lot alike. So it was like,
Right.
regardless, people always thought that like, no matter what children you were watching, they were all yours.
Plus, when you guys were really little, when Justin would like go out with us and hang out, you know, before he was too cool for us. People were like, wow, this lady's got a lot of kids with her.
Yeah.
I would have you guys, Justin,
Especially
friends.
like if we brought a friend somewhere and then like Justin brought a
Yeah.
friend, it was like
a party.
immediately 7 kids. Like immediately.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Which
my
one of us
goodness.
three make you laugh the most?
Interesting.
There's not one particular one. You have different days to be funny.
Lies.
There are days that each of you make me laugh the most, and there are days that each of you make me cry the most. So it depends on your mood. I mean, sometimes Matt will say something really funny, sometimes Chris will say something funny, and sometimes Nick will
Not
say
really,
something.
though.
Alright, but like
Not
most
really.
often.
Yeah,
Not
so
really.
let's
You're
change
gonna
the
get
question.
really.
We can even change the
These
question.
questions are hard because you guys are a lot. You do a lot of the same
Who
thing.
makes you laugh the least
Yeah.
then?
Oh, that's worse. That's worse.
Come on.
Who makes me laugh the least?
I think
Yes,
visual
yeah,
Matt
that
makes
is something
laugh
you can
the
answer.
least.
Yeah, I don't know. Matt hasn't been making me laugh lately.
Damn.
Yeah, I
so
know.
seriously.
Nick's a funny guy.
Real serious.
I
Nick
laugh.
makes me laugh.
I laugh
Yeah,
at him,
Nick
like,
is
every
funny.
day.
Nick makes me
I
laugh.
pride myself in thinking I'm the funniest, so it's like
Yeah, Nick makes me laugh.
that's true.
Yeah.
I was where's the
Nick
praying that answer is coming out to me.
Yeah, I'll go with Nick.
Okay, buddy, don't gash yourself.
See, I trying to laugh. See how easy it is.
Dude, I can make mom laugh like. Dude, you'd be perfect in a comedian show, mom. Because, like, the comedian.
No,
could be-
no. Some comedy I don't like.
Yeah, some
I
of
don't
it,
like
but, like,
offensive
The
comedy.
majority of comedy, I could make you laugh.
Dark humor.
No, you guys make me laugh. Not all comedians make me
Anyone
laugh.
tripping could make you laugh. You love America's Funniest Home Videos.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. That's terrible. I
America's Funniest Videos is funny as hell, for
It's a
real.
terrible thing. People are falling and I laugh. I don't know why. I think it's nerve.
It is
Nervous
funny,
laughter.
but
They call that nervous laughter. Because you're like,
Where are they?
are you okay?
yeah, are you okay? Oh, like yeah, she.
Alright, there's like
We
2
all
more
been
questions,
there.
but we
Oh,
can
that's
like
all.
come
Give me
up.
more.
We can come up with more. And then give it to me.
nicest thing that your kids did for you?
Oh, there. You know what?
You can include Justin, but like it's a triplet-based video, but.
I have to say, remember I said this to you guys the other night that you've always been pretty thoughtful. Remember when we were leaving the Brown school?
I knew you were gonna say that.
I knew I was gonna say that.
I knew that. I wish we like record our predictions.
Sixth grade, and you took it on yourselves to kind of ask all these other parents and all the kids in the class to create like a thank you gift for me, and you wrote something.
Oh, that's nice.
And then at the end, at your moving on ceremony, you kind of like surprised me.
Yep.
That was
It was raining that day.
We didn't give context that our mom worked at the school that we went to for like 6 years.
Like,
So it
Oh,
was
okay.
That was the.
She like basically worked, volunteered, but like worked
Okay.
harder than half the people who actually like work at the school. But she like, you were there for the entire time we were at the school, so it wasn't like a random like, oh, let's get these triplets moms a gift for like the moving on ceremony. It was
All of our friends.
everyone who went to the school, even people who weren't like our friend, knew of our mom because she worked at the school. Which is part of the reason we were so cool, because our mom was constantly there. So it was like, I remember leaving my class, like, I remember friends in like third block would be like, oh, do you want to like hang out today after school? And then they'd be like, oh, we'll figure out with our parents after school. I'd be like, I'll go to like the library and ask my mom right now. Like you were just always
Yeah, you were always at something.
So I was like, oh, I just got
Yeah, that was a really fun time. I really enjoyed being involved in school and supporting you guys that way, and also getting to be with all your other friends. And I always
That's
thought I
what's
was like the kind of mom that kids could all come to. So I really felt the whole community pitched in and acknowledged me, and that was real. But you guys initiated that,
Yeah.
which for sixth grade,
I think I came up
pretty
with
good.
that.
Yeah, sixth grade. That's crazy.
We basically did like an Easter basket, but like, not,
I knew there's some flip-flops in there for sure. I know
There was
that.
like a notebook.
A notebook and then
Some like hand
definitely made a photo album.
Oh, yeah.
100%
they were raisinets. A bunch of people
Raisinets, 100%.
Raisinets.
Mom
You
was
guys have
berserk
done
for
other-
Raisinets.
Now, you're putting me on the spot because there's been so many other things. My recent
Just too many,
birthday
too many, you
present,
just can't name them
when
all.
you got really, you brought me bubbles. 'Cause
Oh, that's
I
on
love
TikTok.
Bubbles.
Oh, yeah, we
That's on
posted
TikTok.
that.
I love bubbles, and you got me bubbles. Raisinets, because you know I like my raisinets with my popcorn.
I'm trying to think of
You know I like to write journals, so you've gotten me journals. So you've been very.
You should always get your mom something every now and then, periodically. I just think it's just really nice you showing that you love her, and you know your mom has done everything for you. If you have a great mom, so why not, you know, give back whenever you are able to, you know, money and stuff. I always surprise my mom with flowers, like always. So yeah, I mean, she loves flowers, and or get her a snack, whatever. I always do something for her. So yeah, y'all should do that for your moms too. Whenever you get the money to, just do it.
Very thoughtful.
I think you have,
gift.
honestly, like, I was gonna get you a journal for Christmas this year, but I was like,
that.
well, you have like, I was like, I think,
Why don't you show me a fully written journal? I'll get you.
Oh, I've got plenty.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
like
get
at least
another
six.
journal.
I
The
honestly,
problem is you can't read them because they're all in cursive.
I think,
yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't
see.
translate.
yeah, you're always like,
I think
mom
mine-
has enough paper to write, like, rewrite the Bible 700 times.
I like
easy.
to write these journals
Mom could
because
make,
they're
like, 7
journals for
dictionaries.
basically you guys when you get older, and I want
You
you to
can't read
read
them
them.
because they're in cursive.
You're gonna have to get someone who can read cursive. There are many other things, and if you ever put me back for a second time, I'm sure I can come up with them. But you guys are very thoughtful. Cards, a lot of thoughtful cards you've given me.
I love cards.
Yeah, you're good boys. You're good kids. You like don't mind saying I'm your mom and
No
being
way.
your mom.
Last question, most difficult question you have to answer.
Let's
Who's
get it.
your favorite?
Yeah, who's your
Don't
favorite?
ask me who your favorite is. No, that's.
Who's your favorite?
You know, it's really funny because when I told a couple people I was doing this, they're like, you know, they're gonna ask who's your favorite.
And you were like, I'm gonna say Nick, but like,
Okay.
you're like, I'm thinking Nick, but
I
the
love.
odds of me saying that out loud are slim.
No, I love all four of my
Okay,
boys.
okay.
Nick.
Okay. Who would you get along with the most from when we were ages 8 to 12?
I believe that's.
Don't lie!
I believe she had to get along with Nick because Nick
Yeah, that was
separated
kind of
himself
forced.
from his brothers.
That was forced by you,
So,
not gonna lie.
Nick and I were definitely the closest growing up, but If I have to pick,
That's the best the answer's gonna get.
if I have to pick my favorite son, it is my
The dog.
Trevor.
Ah, lost to the
The
dog.
loves me, does not talk back, jumps up and down.
I gotta get rid of him. He's my only competition.
Gives me a big hug.
Get rid of
Just,
him.
so I don't have a favorite. I love you all the same.
Sure.
Who's your favorite mother?
Good answer.
Probably the dog.
It's a tough question.
Let us know if you guys want a part 2, and I'll put the link to the gift of us giving my mom bubbles down below. So when you heard that, I'll show you the video to that down there, and follow our Instagram and stuff. We'll post photos of our mom. Mom, you want an Instagram?
Oh my God.
Absolutely
I
not.
was about to say,
Okay,
Mom,
I was gonna say follow
I
our
can
mom's
hardly
Instagram,
use
but
my phone. I don't.
alright, she doesn't want to. Alright, if you want a part 2, comment it.
I'm old-fashioned.
We'll do it. We'll bring Mary Lou back.
Yay, bring me back.
Of course. Let's go.
Good night. Bye, boys. Love you.
Love you more. I gotta drive you home still. Don't say
yeah.
bye yet.
Okay. So that was the Sturniolo triplets mom answering questions about being the mom of the triplets. This was really helpful, and it was really nice, actually. This was definitely my favorite video I've reacted to of them so far. I just like these type of videos, you know, very wholesome, and it really I get to see the side of them where they're not just like making jokes all the time or being goofy, you know. So yeah, I like the serious moments from them for sure. But yeah. So thank y'all so much for watching this with me. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that bell if you haven't yet, and stay tuned and stay lit. Yeah.